Hello students, I am Professor Priyanka and I welcome you all for our today's practical session, which is again based on the second skill set, that is JavaScript. Here we are learning advanced JavaScript. In the last practical session we have completed with the first practical, which was based on the event driven program of JavaScript. Now today we will see which practical we will be studying in this session. So let us start. So here again there is a list displayed which is given in your textbooks, and from this 7 total practicals you have to select any 2 practicals for this current year. So we have already done with the first practical, that is SOP1, which was create an event driven JavaScript program to change the background color based on the events, right? For this practical we had developed 2 different web pages, and in each web pages we were handling different events. I hope you remember them. If not, you can quickly go to the previous practical video and just go through the practical, and I would request you to execute the practical on your own. Not only simply by watching the videos, you will be able to understand the background of the practical. So you have to actually implement without looking at the code. Understand what is expected, draw the output and try to develop some logic. This is how you can bring or make your programming skills excellent. Okay, so today we will be concentrating on the last practical for this advanced JavaScript, that is the third SOP from our list, which is a JavaScript program to accept string from users and count the number of vowels in the given string. Now for this practical we will be studying the string functions and will be using them to count the number of vowels. We'll see what exactly is expected. So let us move to the next slide. So this is the second SOP number 2 from advanced JavaScript. Okay, now this will be the practical number 5 of your file. Understand, many students are getting confused between the SOP number and the actual practical. See, our practical is divided into different skill set. We have already completed with the first part, that is the first skill set, which was advanced web designing. In advanced web designing we had 3 SOPs, SOP1, SOP2, SOP3, right? Similarly, now we are studying the second skill set, that is advanced JavaScript. From that, in the last practical we have done with the SOP1, and this is the SOP2 of this JavaScript skill set. Understand? But while arranging the file, this will be our practical number file. I will show you what will be our index. Don't worry, just understand what I am trying to tell. Okay, so let us start with our practical. So what is the problem statement? First, what you have to do, you have to break the statement, understand it line by line and try to draw the output on your rough sheet what exactly is expected, right? Now here the problem statement is very small, so there is no need, just understand what is to be done. So what is given? Create an event driven JavaScript program for the following: make use of appropriate variables, JavaScript inbuilt, string functions and the control structure. Now here you can see what problem statement they have given. We have to use the JavaScript inbuilt string functions, right? We already know some of the inbuilt functions of JavaScript, which we have seen in our lectures as well as in the practical, in the last practical. But now here the practical is related to string. So we will see what exactly a string is and what all different functions, inbuilt functions, are provided by JavaScript. See, in what is a function? Function is going to perform some task, right? So if it is an inbuilt function, means whatever task it has to perform, it is already defined by the JavaScript. That is why it is said as inbuilt string function. So if I want to use any inbuilt function, Do I need to define it? No, it is already defined. That is why it is called as the inbuilt function. So if I have to use the function, I simply need to call the function by its name. Okay, either by passing some arguments or no arguments. Okay, and control structure means what? You have already seen control structure. So today we will see what control structure we will be using for this particular practical. So what is given? To accept string from user, and we have to count the number of vowels in the given string. See students, what is a string? String is nothing but the character. It is the combination of characters. There will be multiple characters in a given by the users, and from those characters, or specifically alphabets, okay, these will be the series of alphabets, and from these alphabets you have to calculate how many number of vowels are being entered. Okay, so this is what is expected. So let us see in the next slide what it is given. So here what is expected, that if you have to take some input from the user, so what do we require? Obviously we require a text box. So for taking a text box, which text box is an element of which entity? It is an entity of form tag, right? So for this particular practical also we require a form which will be consisting of a text box. In this text box we will be taking the string or the input from the user. Agree? Now we have to perform some event on which you have to calculate the number of vowels which are entered by the user. So for that particular event, what we will take? We will take a simple button, and when the button is pressed or when the button is clicked, then whatever string user has entered, our program should take up the string and it should count for the number of vowels. So this is what is expected, and once you click on the count vowels, a proper message has to be displayed of the total number of vowels which were counted. Okay, so here in the example you can see the user has input what he has given. Palindrome is the string what he has provided, and once when we click on the count vowels button, it will calculate the number of vowels which are present in the given string. So you can see, is P a vowel? No. A? Yes. L? No. I? So likewise it will travel through the whole string and it will increment the count number. So first it will start with the first alphabet. What is the first alphabet? P. Okay, so is our P a vowel? No. So our count of vowel will be 0 when we are at P position, right? So next position will be A. Now if A, I am here, so is it a vowel? Yes. So our count of vowel should be incremented. Yes. So what it will be? 1. Similarly, when I am moving to the L, so again I am traveling from, first I was at P, then A, then I am traveling to L. So is the L a vowel? No. So again next I, is it a vowel? Yes. So again our count, first it was 1, now it has become 2. So likewise it will travel through the string until it encounters the end of the string. It will count the number of vowels. So this is what is expected in this practical. And once the string is end, so now here you can see after E there is nothing. So till E the count was 4. So that count it will be printing here. So the number of vowels in the given string are dash, and here 4 is the actual count of our vowels. So this is what is expected. Okay, so this is the program for the particular question or for the particular practical. So now we will not go in the details here. We will see the actual output. So here you can see the output. So I have taken a hyperlink for our practical, and when I am clicking, it is opening in the browser. So here you can see my program has opened in the browser. Now suppose I am inputting the same, we will see. Suppose I am taking a palindrome. and once I have inputted the string, I have to handle a event, means I want to calculate based on some events. For that I have kept a button which is count vowels. So once I click on this count vowels, it will keep the message as number of vowels in the given string are 4. So we are correct, right? Okay. So again we will see one more thing or one more example. Suppose this is my string and again I am saying count vowels. So here you can see what is the count. It has changed to 5. So A, E, I, O, U. So these are the vowels and it has given us the correct output, right? So now we will move to the actual program. So first I will show you the actual coding and then we'll break the code. So this is the actual program. Now don't get confused by looking at such a big program. There is nothing much in this program. Okay. So first what you saw in the output, that we require a form. Agree, we require a form, and in that form we have to take one text box and we have to take one button. Okay. So in the body section we require this form part. So I'll simply copy, and I have taken a blank file with the basic structure and I'll simply paste here. Okay, so this is my output.html file which will be designing here, and I am saving it. Okay, I have saved it. So in the output what should we get? What we will be getting in the output? Let us see what we will get in the output. So what we have got? We have got the text box and we have got a button. So now if I am inputting something and if I say count vowels, it is not doing anything, right? Why it is not doing anything? Because this is my code. See, I have taken simply a text box and I have taken a button. Okay, though I have taken on click event here and I am calling a calc function. Okay, so even though I am clicking on this count vowel button, and the on click event is calling a calc function, and here we have not written any calc function, so obviously it is not going to perform any task, right? For that you have to actually take a script and you have to define what this calc function has to do. Are you getting my point? So in the head section I have taken a script tag. Now we will see what this script has to do. So I have to define this function. Agree? So here what I require, I am going to create a user defined function whose name is what? Calc. How to define a function? Function keyword, the function name, round bracket open close, and in the curly braces I have to actually define what this function has to do, right? I hope you remember. So now calc function करना क्या है उसने? What it has to do? So we will see what it has to do. So here observe the function calc. Now what all things we have to do? First we have to calculate the total number of or the total length of the string. This is very important. हमको उसका मैक्सिमम लिमिट कैलकुलेट करना है. अगर मेरी स्ट्रिंग 10 है तो हमको पहले एलिमेंट से 10वें एलिमेंट तक ट्रैवल करना है. एग्री? तो उसके लिए हमको स्ट्रिंग की पहले लेंथ कैलकुलेट करनी पड़ेगी, राइट? सो वी आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट द लेंथ, देन वी विल बी मेंटेनिंग अ काउंटर. हमको एक काउंटर मेंटेन करना है, वोवल्स कितने मिले हमको एक एक ट्रैवल करने के बाद. सो फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर counter, this CNT variable, see I have taken a number of variables. I will tell you each variable's work, what it is. Okay, so first var is what? S. Now this S variable, why I have taken this variable? This S variable will be storing the actual string, whatever the whole string we got from the text box. So here you can see s में क्या डाला है हमने, s इक्वल टू form1 डॉट t1 डॉट वैल्यू। नाउ form1 मतलब कहाँ है, ये हमारा जो फॉर्म है उसका नाम दिया है form1, उसका t1 एलिमेंट कौन सा है, मतलब ये जो t1 टेक्स्ट बॉक्स है वो डॉट वैल्यू मीन्स उसके अंदर जो भी वैल्यू डाली है यूजर ने वो बन गई। सो हमारे s में क्या आ जाएगा, जो एक्चुअल स्ट्रिंग हम देते हैं, राइट। दिस CNT आई हैव टेकन इट एज 0, मतलब हमारा काउंटर जो है वो 0 से स्टार्ट करना है, इसलिए मैंने ये जो CNT वेरिएबल लिया है उसको मैंने इनिशियलाइज कर दिया है 0 को। अगर इनिशियलाइज नहीं किया तो वो कोई भी गार्बेज वैल्यू ले लेगा, इसीलिए वी हैव टू initialize a variable to 0. Okay, so from 0 it will start incrementing in the later program. Agree? So these two parts are clear. Now the third variable I have taken I. Now as we have seen, we have to travel from the first position till the end position. So for such cases we require a for loop. And for this for loop, I'll be taking this I variable to travel from the first element to the last element. Okay, right? And now the next and the last variable is the ch. You can give any names. इस ch का काम क्या है? Whenever I am going to travel from the each alphabet, I am going to check the particular alphabet with the actual vowels. So in the if statement you can see I am comparing the alphabet, the current alphabet with the vowels. Okay, so we will see what exactly we will be developing the logic. So I hope the variable part is clear, why we require these variables. Okay, so count we have initialized to 0, फिर हमको s में क्या मिल गया, actual string, the whole string whatever we are inputting in the text box. Now we have to travel from the first element till the last element. So we require the length of the element, right? कहाँ से कहाँ तक जाना है. So here you can see in the for loop, first I have taken I is at a position 0, मतलब हम 0th position पे है, and from कहाँ से कहाँ तक I को हमने 0 initialize किया है, and till what value we have to check, I should be less than equal to s dot length. Now here you can see s क्या है, हमारा पूरा string. Okay, suppose my s is what, palindrome. So this s dot length will be giving me the actual number of alphabets in my string. So PALINDROME. So कितने बन गए, s डॉट लेंथ बन गया 10, मतलब हमारा ये जो i है वो 0 से 10 तक चलता रहेगा, and i plus plus. You already know the working of for loop. Okay, so come inside the for loop. Now what is ch? ch मतलब the first character. Now s dot char at is a function. ये s है हमारा string और char at is a function जिसका काम क्या है, जो भी पोजीशन उसको दी गई है उसका वो कैरेक्टर उठा लेगा. मतलब अंडरस्टैंड, s क्या है, हमारा पैलिंड्रोम. ओके, तो s डॉट char at I. नाउ व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ I? फर्स्ट इट इज 0. सो जो 0th पोजीशन पे char at है तो क्या आएगा, p आएगा, क्योंकि p हमारा पहला एलिमेंट है. सो फॉर दिस I equal to 0, this ch will be what, p. Since the counting has started from 0, so जो हमारा 0 है, I position है 0, that will be the p. I am taking the example that is हमारा s में क्या है, palindrome. So आ गया इधर p, right? So ये जो p है वो चला जाएगा ch में. तो currently ch में क्या वैल्यू रहेगी, p रहेगी. Now we have to check whether this p is a vowel or not, right? तो हमको क्या क्या चेक करना पड़ेगा, p a है, e है, I है, o है या u है. So I am going to check for the total 5 different vowels कि PA is it equal to A, is P equal to E, is P equal to I, is P equal to O, or is P equal to U. So here you can see यहाँ पे मल्टीपल कंडीशन चेक करने हैं एंड वी आर यूजिंग द और ऑपरेटर. ओके, और ऑपरेटर यूज किए. तो यहाँ पे क्या देखो कैसे चल रहा है. इफ CH में अभी क्या है हमारा P है, तो इज P इक्वल टू A? नो. सो नो है, इसलिए नेक्स्ट कंडीशन में जाएगा. सी स्टूडेंट्स, अगर यहाँ पे एंड होता तो पहली कंडीशन अगर फॉल्स होती तो वो आगे की कंडीशन चेक ही नहीं करता है, क्योंकि अगर एंड ऑपरेशन में कोई भी एक एलिमेंट 0 आ गया तो हमारा आंसर 0 आता है, इसलिए वो आगे के एलिमेंट चेक ही नहीं करता है. बट सिंस हियर वी आर परफॉर्मिंग और ऑपरेशन, सो इफ इट हैज गॉट अ 0 और अ फॉल्स वैल्यू, इट विल चेक फॉर द नेक्स्ट कंडीशन. सो ये जो CH में क्या है P, सो इज P इक्वल टू कैपिटल A? नो. Is it equal to small a? Now here you can see, since we have not given any restriction to the user कि he has to input in the small case or upper case, nothing is given. That is why I have to check for all the small a, e, I, o, u as well as the capital A, e, I, o, u. That is why I have written is CH equal to capital A or is CH equal to small a. Similarly, E, the small e, or I, small I. Yes, I. Then CH equal to O, capital O, small o, U, and small u. Okay. See here in the I's part there was an extra line which I just deleted. Don't get confused. Okay, and I'll save it. Yes. टिल नाउ इज इट क्लियर. सो हमारा क्या हो गया, पहला P एलिमेंट चेक हो गया, तो ये इसमें से कोई भी ट्रू नहीं आया है. ओके, सो काउंट क्या रहेगा हमारा, काउंट क्या रहेगा, प्लस प्लस हो जाएगा क्या? नहीं, काउंट प्लस प्लस नहीं हो जाएगा. ये इफ फॉल्स आया है इसलिए उसकी नेक्स्ट लाइन एग्जीक्यूट ही नहीं होगी. ओके, तो उसके बाद वापस फॉर लूप में चला जाएगा. अभी फॉर का क्या करना है, हमको इंक्रीमेंट करना है 1 से. सो हमारा I क्या बन जाएगा, 1. ओके, I1 बन जाएगा. तो अब नाउ CH इक्वल टू S.char@ 1. नाउ P के बाद क्या था, A, पैलिंड्रोम. ओके, सपोज मैं यहाँ पे लिखती हूँ फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. हमारा S क्या है, पैलिंड्रोम. ओके, सो करंटली वी आर एट द I equal to 1, that is A. So understand, CH equal to S.char@ 1 मतलब क्या आएगा, A आएगा, right? So now we will check if CH equal to capital A, is it? No. Or CH equal to small a? Yes. अभी हमको मिल गई ट्रू कंडीशन, तो वो आगे का नहीं चेक करेगा. वो क्या करेगा, नीचे जाएगा. क्यों नीचे जाएगा, क्योंकि हमारी जो इफ कंडीशन है वो ट्रू हो गई है, इसीलिए वो काउंट को क्या करेगा, प्लस प्लस करेगा. मतलब हमारा काउंट इनिशियली क्या था, 0 था, तो अब क्या बन गया, 1 बन गया. एग्री. उसके बाद वापस फॉर लूप में चला जाएगा. अभी I क्या बन जाएगा, 2 बन जाएगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमने इंक्रीमेंट किया. तो I क्या बन गया, 2. तो मतलब वी विल बी लुकिंग फॉर द L. तो अभी बताओ हमारा काउंट यहाँ पे इधर इफ ट्रू होगी क्या फॉल्स होगी, L के लिए फॉल्स होगी, इसलिए काउंट प्लस प्लस होगा क्या, नहीं होगा. बट I प्लस प्लस होगा, तो वापस हम आ जाएंगे I इक्वल टू 3. तो बन गया I, ये I आएगा. तो वापस CH में क्या आया, I आया, है ना. तो इफ CH इक्वल टू ये कंडीशन ट्रू होगी क्या, I के लिए होगी, है ना. तो क्या बन गया हमारा काउंट, वापस हमारा इंक्रीमेंट हो जाएगा 2. सिमिलरली I प्लस प्लस होके कहाँ पे आएगा, अभी N पे आएगा, तो काउंट प्लस प्लस होगा क्या, नहीं. D R के लिए होगा क्या, नहीं. अभी जब वो O के पास आएगा तो अगेन इफ में O है क्या, है, तो वो अगेन काउंट में जाएगा. यस, प्लस प्लस हो जाएगा। तो अब तक हमारे कितने वोवल्स बन गए? ए, आई एंड ओ, राइट। अभी एम के लिए भी वो काउंट प्लस प्लस करेगा क्या? नहीं करेगा। अभी लास्ट क्या बचा? ई। ई बचने के बाद सपोज वो यहाँ आया, ई इक्वल टू ये, ठीक है। तो ई इसमें इफ में जब जाएगा तो ट्रू आएगा क्या? हाँ, ट्रू आएगा, क्योंकि हमारा स्मॉल ई है, तो ये काउंट प्लस प्लस हो जाएगा, ठीक है। अब देखो यहाँ पे हमारी स्ट्रिंग बंद हो, एंड हो गई क्या? तो हमारा आई की वैल्यू क्या है? लेस देन और इक्वल टू एस डॉट लेंथ है ना। तो इसके बाद उसके आगे हम नहीं जा सकते, क्योंकि हमारी मैक्सिमम लिमिट क्या है? एस डॉट लेंथ। उसके इक्वल टू या उसके कम तक ही चलेगा, ठीक है। जब वो इक्वल टू बन जाएगा तो वो उसके आगे फॉर लूप नहीं चलेगा, है ना। तो हमारी एट द एंड काउंट की वैल्यू क्या आएगी? 4। इसलिए हमने उसको कैसे प्रिंट किया? अलर्ट number of vowels in the given string are plus count. Now here you can see this whole double quotes में जो भी है वो क्या है? एक string है, and this count is a number. You can see here it is a variable which consists of a number, numerical value. तो हमको दोनों को जब concatenate करना है तो हमने क्या ऑपरेटर यूज करना है? We have to use the plus operator. Now this plus operator is not doing the addition operation, but it is doing the concatenation operation, since we are joining these two things, this part and the count part. Okay, for that purpose you require the plus. So I hope the practical is clear. It is simple enough. You can try it by yourself. The whole logic lies here. If you understand it properly, then there is no problem for this practical. It is very simple, only understand the logic. Again I'll repeat, you have taken 4 variables. In the S, what we have taken? We have catched the actual string here. This I we are using for the traveling of the alphabets from the 0th position till the end. This CH means for particular individual character. See, S में आ गई पूरी string एंड हमको एक एक कैरेक्टर कंपेयर करना है, राइट। सो इस CH में हम एक एट अ टाइम एक ही कैरेक्टर लेंगे, इसीलिए हमने ये CH लिया। एंड दिस काउंट इज एक्चुअली गोइंग टू मेंटेन द टोटल काउंट ऑफ आवर वॉवल्स। एंड सिंस हमको काउंटिंग करेक्ट चाहिए, इसलिए हमने काउंटर को क्या किया है? इनिशियलाइज किया है 0 को। अगर ये मैं इनिशियलाइज नहीं करती हो तो हो सकता है इट विल टेक सम रैंडम वैल्यू, और यू कैन स्पेसिफिकली इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ गार्बेज वैल्यू। सो कोई भी गलत वैल्यू इंक्रीमेंट ना होने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं? काउंट को हमेशा इनिशियलाइज करते हैं टू 0, सो दैट इट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द इंक्रीमेंट फ्रॉम 0। ओके, इफ स्टेटमेंट जो है इट इज वेरी इजी। हम एक जो कैरेक्टर है उसको कंपेयर कर रहे हैं, whether it is capital A, small a, capital E, small e. Likewise, we are comparing 5 vowels, but here you can see different 10 conditions, because every vowel we are comparing from for a small case as well as the capital case, because we have not given any instruction to the user that you have to input a text or a string in capital or a small. So that is why you have these conditions. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Don't get confused. It is very simple. You can practice and understand the logic here. See, there are many inbuilt functions or inbuilt properties, methods and properties which are used, which is that this s dot length, what work it will do? S dot length means it will actually calculate the length of the string. What is this S? S में हमने क्या डाला है? हमारे टेक्स्ट बॉक्स का जो भी स्ट्रिंग है वो, तो S में क्या आ गया? पूरा जो टेक्स्ट है या स्ट्रिंग है उसका काउंट करना है कितना लंबा है. एस डॉट लेंथ विल गिव अस द टोटल वैल्यू or the total length of the string which is given by the user, and that many times you have to travel. बराबर है. अगर मेरा स्ट्रिंग है 20 लेटर्स का तो मुझे 1 से 20 तक ट्रेवल करना है. एग्री. सो उसके लिए हमने ये एस डॉट लेंथ यूज किया है. अभी जो भी स्ट्रिंग है उसका हर एक इंडिविजुअल कैरेक्टर हमको लेना है. वी हैव टू कैच दैट इंडिविजुअल alphabet at that particular position, 0th position, 1 position, 2 position. तो उसके लिए हमने क्या फंक्शन यूज किया है, दिस char at, and this char at takes a argument which is the character you want from that place. So if I give here 0, it will give me the first element. If I give here 1, it will give me the second element. Understand, student? The initialization starts from 0. It is not that the first character will be starting from the index 1. No, it is always starting from 0. So here, that is why we have taken the value of I from 0. So it will check from the first element. First element का index हमेशा 0 होता है, तो 0, 1, 2, 3. तो जो length है उससे एक कम रहेगा, right? So this is how our practical works. I hope it is clear, simple enough. If you have got any doubt, you can always get back to me. So we have almost completed the practical. So here we have seen the output. So thank you. That is all for our practical, and we are completed with the advanced JavaScript practicals. Since the practical numbers are reduced due to this pandemic situation, so there are only 2 practicals for JavaScript. In the next practical, we will be starting with the PHP, but that will be starting after your exam. So that is all for today's lecture. Thank you and bye-bye.